First thing on the list is going to be materials. We have these buckets here that have a nice lip on them. You're going to need that for your buckets. Marker, knife with a sharp blade, spray paint to spray paint the lid just to allow less light, and reflector material. Both of those are optional, just depends on the temperature that you have. And yeah, you're going to want the 27-gallon tote from Home Depot. First steps first, get your bin or your buckets and place them just like this, and see how the lid is going to have to be cut so it rests as far away from each bucket as possible. Just score a line, and you'll want to keep scoring that line, and it should break away easy. Sometimes they do get difficult, but you just gotta play with it, finesse it, you'll get it cut. It's a very safe project, by the way. Then just do it to your other side to make a 90-degree angle so you can make a really good corner bucket. So once you have all the baskets cut and they fit nice and snug, you're going to want to trace the perimeter of the basket with a Sharpie. Just repeat the process for all 3 buckets. Then what you're going to do is you're going to roughly trace a line on the inside of it that's roughly about an inch in from where you want it to be. And then that way it'll give your lip a nice rest. So that's where my line will start. Alright, and then I'll just roughly keep that same distance all the way around. Make sure not to cut any areas that are going to help support your baskets. Once you are done tracing out all of the baskets, grab your blade and begin cutting out the inner circle. It's easier if you tilt the blade at an angle to make the round cut needed for this. Using a new blade is highly recommended. After you get the circle cut, you're going to want to trim fit the edges. So just stick the bucket in, look where it's making contact, and just trim off a little excess. This way you'll end up with the best contact for the lip to rest on. Once you have all the holes cut and they fit properly, you're ready for the next step. Just cut out little notches on the side of each side of those 2 corner holes, and then that way you'll put your Airstone tubes right through there without pinching them. Next step is going to be to cut your reflector or spray paint your lid, but as I said before, both are optional, and if you're doing this on a budget, just the reflector will work. So just trace out what you have and just get a pair of scissors or get a blade and just use it as a guide and just cut out your circles, and those will sit right on top of your lid when you're finished. If you want to recycle the circles you just cut, just simply cut out a rectangle just like this, and you'll be able to slip it right around your plant's base stem, and that way it'll control algae growth even farther. This is how everything should fit when you're finished. Over time, this reflector will sit down and it'll create kind of like a waterproof basin. That way when you add water, it won't spill over every time. The Airstones simply just fit in like this, and the tube will have that notch. Just fit all three through that one notch. I also like to go one step farther, and I zip tie my Airstones directly underneath my baskets. This way I optimize my air circulation through my root zone. Just fill your bin up with your water. Make sure it's all pH'd and filled to the correct ppms that you desire with the right nutrients. Just set your Airstones on full mats and put your plants in there, and they should be all good. So I normally just fill the bins with these mini rock wool cubes, and that way my rock wool cube just fits nicely wherever I place it inside of it. And this will also keep down algae as long as the top layer of rock wool doesn't get wet. So this is what a clone would possibly look like, and as you can see, it rooted through the bottom. I didn't have any more cubes, so I just used this and just planted it in the corner, made a clone. It was an emergency, I wanted to get it going, so I just pack it in like that, and she's ready to go. That's all there is to it. So thanks guys for watching. If you liked the video, please click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have any comments or questions, please leave a comment down below. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.